How did working with DAP, SAP kernel influence your understanding of data analytics and business processes?
Okay, so yeah, that's great. Okay, so when that was a really very big change. I do remember suddenly in 2012 and 2013 things were changing in market. Even data analytics and data science, it used to call different term at beginning, like we used to call big data or ETL, something like that, some technical word. Okay, so but I do remember when SAP was dominating the world, and that things become very different. So let me summarize in one paragraph what you are asking here. Working with DAP SAP kernel help me understand how data travel inside a legacy company. It will help me to understand how data from where and what and how to go. It helped me, and just like blood flow through our veins in our body, so we know where blood is going, what's happening. And simple, each part of company, like sales, finance, warehouse, and delivery, even HR module, there is so many things we have go through when we are working with DAP and SAP kernel. Okay, it's like an organ. Yeah, it's like organ. When we are talking about the DAP and SAP, it's like organ. Okay, and like central nervous system in our body, it's like something like that, making sure every talks to each other using the right way and where data have to communicate and when to have communicate. So that's the main purpose of the DAP/SAP kernel. And let me give you a very real world example here, very simple. Like let me think some Indian, let's take one example from Indian market. Okay, in real life example, let's talk about big some retail, or let's take the sector of the retail. Okay, I think we all have heard like Big Bazaar. It's one of the very big retail store. So let's say company like Big Bazaar or D-Mart, we can call it, or Reliance Mart. Okay, and they use SAP to manage their operations all over all branches, like something like, think like that. A customer into a big bazaar store in Mumbai and buy. They store in Mumbai and buys. Okay, like 5 kilogram some brand of like Asirvad Atta. Okay, and another word you can say, one bottle of how to say parachute oil, and 2 pack of Maggi noodles. Okay, so let me explain you how data flow behind the scenes. What will happen when we are using SAP DAP kernel? Okay, using the SAP DAP kernel, first thing happen. First thing, one example, POS. We call it like point to sell, point of sell. So system will capture the purchase and data gets set to SAP sales module. There is some modules called like it will go data in SAP sales module. Okay. At the same time, SAP will update. What it will update? The inventory module, because if something is coming and going, so we have also updated our inventory, right? So it will update the inventory module, like reducing stores. If we sell like 5 packet of the Maggi, so it will reduce or minus the 5 packet of the Maggi from our the inventory. Or if we are selling some oil or atta as well as, okay, what I have example. And same thing what will happen, finance module. Okay, like regarding the, it will add some revenue. If we have sell, it will add some revenue. If we have buy, so some money will subtract from our account, something like that. Again, what it will do, it will also update our supply chain module, like check if stock is low or automatically created it. For example, if I have just 5 packet of the Maggi and I have sell it, so I don't need to do manually anything. It will automatic update our supply chain module, and it will tell, hey, our stock is, we don't have enough sufficient stock, so we need to buy that Maggi packet again. So, and last, of course, it will update our purchase order. So like what do you need to do and where to need and who is our customer, it will maintain our thing. Meanwhile, SAP, how to say, also update the our dashboard, every system where managers and their boss, they can see what's happening and what they need to do, how sales is going, and which shops and which shop is selling what, and same time which items are selling the most, and which city or store is performing better, how sales change during festival like Diwali or Independence Day. And same thing if it's so, how to say, winter, so Maggi sales is going up. It's like summer, so rice sales is going up. So it will update our whole day's dashboard by help of the DAP SAP kernel. And all this magic is made possible by, because of DAP SAP kernel. That is the main function which moves and processes the data super fast in the background, like a hidden engine. So that is the main use of SAP DAP module.
Yes, sir, that was wonderful point. And so my next question to you is that what have been the most challenging you have had to make when aligning with QA and QA processes with constantly evolving development methodologies?
Okay, so Miss Jindal, I will tell you one thing. Really, I really now I feel like that. Now you are thinking, I should call you like this is a question of hour, because now you have begin to think like and you are exploring QA more and more better. So that is a really question of hour. Okay, okay. Let me tell you one of the biggest challenge. When I face as a QA expert, that was learning how to move faster. That is one of the biggest challenge when you are doing the testing or QA expert. Okay, without losing quality. Another challenge is you are moving faster, as well as you should not lose the quality. That is one of the biggest challenge in the testing environment. Okay, especially when developers start using Agile. There is a method we call in software industry. One is called Agile or DevOps. These are some term, a technical term. I think you guys very well. So when developers using some method like Agile or DevOps, like now this is the latest one. But when we talk about old QM method, it was so slow and step by step. We have to do step by step. Okay, but modern developments want speed, automation, and flexibility. That is the challenge right now. So what I had to do, when when the challenge when I faced, so what I need to do and what I did that time, first change. First I have to change the way of my thinking. That was the first task, because if you see that when I began to work with IT industry 2004, the thing was totally different. But in modern era it was very different. Things are very changing very fast. So change how I think. Then second, learn automation, because that time we do most of things like manual way, and there was some tool like from HP and IBM, and we used to do that. But now because of Agile and DevOps, a lot of things also have been added into testing field. Okay, work closely with developer, that is another challenge, and be part of every sprint, that is another challenge. Because sometimes some cultural things will also come in our way. Think like that. One developer from China, one is from Australia, and I'm from India. So you see that is totally different, and everyone have different spirit. Like Chinese person can work 11 hour, 12 hour without any hassle, just he will continue. But when you talk about the Australian person, he's not going to work like more than 4, 5 or 6 hours. And when we talk about Indian, they want to work, but not like Chinese or not like Australian. They want to they want result oriented thing, not like, okay, 11 hours I have to work, so I will continuously work. So that was the another, we call it like a sprint. Okay, not just at the end, that. Let me tell you one very simple. So like, these days, Indian startups, launching a food delivery, like, like Zomato and Swiggy, you can see. Like, I'm giving you a very simple example. Let's say I'm working with an Indian startup, beginning that build a new food delivery app. We will call it, we can call it like anything XYZ, or maybe Zomato, we take the name. Here, how the challenge happened. Like old queue process, it was like waterfall model. We used to we called it like waterfall model. What happened in this? Developer build the entire app first. What will happen? Developer will do, build the entire app first. It will take like 2 or 3 months. Okay. Then QA teams will get the app for the testing after 2 and 3 months. Okay, we write test cases, manual testing, and check every buttons and something screen and what's happening, not happening, every account section, field, and everything. Like, it will take like 3 more weeks, so it's going to be like 4 months. Okay, if bug are found, developer, we have to go back to developer and we will ask to fix it, and then again it will come to us, and same process we will repeat it. So here, see, when we talk about the old QA process, which is like waterfall mode, so good for accuracy. It's very good for it. It will give you accurate, what you want, it will give you. But what is the problem? Too slow. It's very slow for the startup. because these days you can see competition is so high. So if someone is starting company and it's very slow for them because they don't have that much time, 4 months or 3 months, waiting, and then their app will launch. So that is one of the problem. So for this solution, what we need to do, we have to go for new development process, which is we call Agile and DevOps. Okay, so what will happen? So we are going for Agile. We will release new update every week. Okay, every week. We will not wait 2 or 3. We will not wait like 2 or 3 months. Okay, so we will release new patch or new release every week, and QA, the testing team, will do every test day by day. If this process we call like CI/CD. Okay, so when they are releasing, and same time we are doing CI/CD. So what will happen if there is anything? So it will go back to developer, and same time he is fixing, but another team is working for the another release. So things will speed up. So now developer push change every day or 2 days, for example. That means there is no long waiting list. Okay, there is no long waiting list, and QA must test while the product is being built. And same time, meanwhile, when developer is developing the product, same time QA will do that. Okay, release are published automatically if everything is okay. So we don't need to do anything. Okay, everything is okay, and QA have done it. So release will automatic go to automatic. It will release and update. You can see our very good example of our, how to say, some app in Google. You can see when we are running play, we will get the very simple option. Okay, this software need to update, so we will go Play Store and we will update. So that is a new way. We call it like Agile and plus DevOps. Okay, the challenge what I face as a QA, too many builds. That is another. When we are doing the new things, also so many builds come. So testing new feature daily is hard manually. It's really very hard, daily. Last minute changes. Sometimes, at the last minute, they will make some changes like featuring, and they will add some new function or something, and tight deadline. Another big challenge is the deadline is very tight. We cannot, go beyond the time. And so where we have to go? Automation. Okay, where we have to go? Automation. So we will get what? Automation pressure. We will get that. This is another challenge. We call it automation pressure. Like developer automate their task. So I had to do same thing. I have to automate my testing also. So that is another question. And if there is any gap between communication, then it's gonna also big problem. So in 5, if you want to summarize in 5 points, too many builds, what I feel, and second, last minute changes, 3, tight deadlines, 4, automation pressure, 5, communication gap. That is things. So for this, if I can keep track all of this, so no problem, there is no challenge. And this is what I feel till now.
That was truly eye-opening, sir.